Okay, so today we are going to talk about Buruli Ulcer. All right, so Buruli Ulcer, really quick, is named after a part of Uganda, which is in Africa. And but Buruli no longer exists, so it's no longer there. I don't know what happened to it, but it no longer exists. So in Buruli Ulcer, it's a condition that's found. It's found in Western and Central Africa. Okay, so it's found in Central and Western Africa. It's also found in Mexico. Okay, and other tropical areas. Anywhere there's tropical areas, this can be found. Okay, so that's where it's found. Now, where do people get this from? People get it from swamps. Or in just areas where there's slow moving water. There's a saying, not a saying, but some like advice, where if you ever are out somewhere and you need to drink water, always get the fast moving water, because water that can sit gets diseased. Slow moving water. Okay, so this is where we're going to get this from. All right, so what causes this? The bacteria that causes it Mycobacterium ulcerans. So kind of makes sense. It causes ulcers, and it's caused by something called ulcerans. Mycobacterium, you may recall from our tuberculosis, and also from leprosy. Okay, so this is another one. Now, first, what's going to happen is the mycobacterium, well, let's put it this way. It gets into the skin through like cuts and things such as that. All right. So once it gets into the skin, it usually doesn't cause any serious symptoms at first.
Yes.
Hold on, there's my Siri. So it usually doesn't cause any problems at first. Okay, so at first it usually doesn't cause any problems, so people aren't too worried about this. Okay, so what's going to happen though is eventually the mycobacterium, it should be capitalized, releases a toxin. And the toxin is called mycolactone. Okay, that's the name of the toxin, mycolactone. Now, the mycolactone, this will cause tissue damage. Okay, that's going to cause tissue damage. All right, and so eventually, it turns into a massive, deep ulcer on the skin. Okay, so we're going to get a massive, deep ulcer on the skin. And it may also cause so much tissue damage that the limbs may need to be removed. Okay, and this is starting to become, the World Health Organization is starting to consider this a serious problem. So the WHO is the World Health Organization. Is starting to consider Buruli Ulcer to be a global threat to public health. Okay, and that's it for Buruli Ulcer.